why
Don't bring him into it.
I've always criticised India, but big up to Behaviour, yeah, who's Pakistani himself and an atheist.
Where's he from?
I can't remember. I think he's Kashmir or something. So he's Behaviour.
Them man are funny about.
Hold on, Behaviour.
No, can I add into that? Kashmiri brothers are always funny about when they're Pakistani or when they're Kashmiri. So I just tried to put that out there. Yeah?
No, but the thing is, the reason why I started criticising because Behaviour is an atheist, and so is his wife, and so is his dad. And he done a video around 4 weeks ago criticising Pakistan and Imran Khan. So when I started researching, I started realising what Imran Khan is doing is very dangerous. So when I'm criticising
what is he
Pakistan...
doing? What's dangerous?
Well, what do you know about Imran Khan?
I know everything about what he's doing.
So explain to me what good he's doing first, and I'll tell you what he's doing bad.
What good he's doing so far? Should I tell you about what he's going to do now or what he's done in the past 10, 15, 20 years? What would you like to know about?
All right, I'll ask you a question. Explain to me what happened to his finance minister.
Which finance minister?
He just had a finance minister. I can Google it, but he had a finance minister who's been sacked.
Right. Why did he get sacked?
Do you know why he's got sacked?
I probably don't know, but can you explain?
Because he's an Ahmadiyya Muslim, and the Ahmadiyya Muslims are the most persecuted group in Pakistan, and they are not classified as Muslim. So he was sacked, not because this guy is one of the top economists in the world. He wasn't sacked because of his...
Can I add in one thing? Before you go on, I just want to add one thing in, Rod, yeah? Do you know why Pakistan was created? Do you know the reason
it's
why?
a separate land for the Muslims.
Yeah, so it's the only country in the world, the only country in the world that was created in the name of Islam. So it's a state for Islam only, right? So when you're saying these kind of things, you're applying the logics of the Western world to my country.
No, I'm not applying the logic.
You are, because this is what you're saying. You're saying he got sacked because he's an Ahmadiyya. Brother, you know why he got sacked? That's normal. It's logical.
So you're saying to me that an Ahmadiyya Muslim, because he's a minority, he cannot be in government?
Well, not in our country, no. It's logical.
So,
well, what's bad about that? It's our country.
So what about, all right, so you agree with discrimination then, against minorities? Not in Pakistan?
In Pakistan, there's no discrimination against minorities, right?
Ahmadiyya,
no minorities getting discriminated where you're saying like discriminated like the guy without food or jobs or stuff like that.
But a man who's qualified to be a finance minister was sacked because he's a minority.
Let me bring it back to the fact that I just pointed out, Pakistan was created for Islamic country, right? That's it. There's nothing else. There's no other reason for the country to be created, right? So what I'm saying is, so when we have like minorities that can destabilize the Islamic government, like the Islamic population and everything that we have close here, the reason we made that country, we can't have that in it. So there's certain jobs that, if you're really gonna like jeopardize the state, yes, you can't have them jobs.
So an Ahmadiyya Muslim.
What doesn't make sense?
Hold on, the Ahmadiyya Muslim, the guy that was, I believe in meritocracy. So it should be based on your meritocracy. How qualified are you for the job? This particular guy, when Imran Khan first met him, didn't know he's Ahmadiyya. He just thought he was Muslim. So he put him as a finance minister, saying he's one of the top economists. When he found it was Ahmadiyya, he then sacked him.
But can I ask you a question? Isn't that his prerogative? It's his country.
But can I not criticise that though?
Yeah, you can, but don't call it a third world.
No. So the other thing is, I will call the government a third world.
Yeah, talk about that.
The government shit.
My country's been shit. Listen, my country's government has been shit since we got independence.
So let me explain something. Pakistan has had four military dictatorships.
Can we talk about the 50,000 Sikhs that live in Pakistan?
All right. So when it comes to, I'm going to admit one thing: the Sikhs are treated relatively well.
There's 50,000 Sikhs
the Sikhs are treated relatively well.
And about 15 to 18,000 migrated Sikh asylum status refugees from Afghanistan, fleeing the persecution in Afghanistan in the last 10 to 15 years.
All right. So what about the Christians?
They didn't go to India or Punjab in India. They came to Pakistan.
All right. So let me ask.
Why is that?
I will concede that the Sikhs are treated very well. But what about the Christians and the Hindus?
They're treated very well.
Do you know there's a Christian
in my village? Hold on. Where I'm from, in my village, there are tribes of Hindu people.
Black treated.
Yeah, we call them Baudhiya.
I'm listening, but you need to.
They live there. No one persecutes them.
Hold on.
They practice their faith.
Let me explain something. There's a lady in prison, Asisia Bibi. Hold on, Asisia Bibi, who is a Christian, who's in prison for 8 years on death sentence for mocking Muhammad.
Okay.
Is that acceptable?
Is it against the law to mock Muhammad?
But I'm asking you from a moral standpoint.
I'm answering it for you. Is it against the law? Forget morals. Is it against the law in Pakistan, right, to blasphemy, anything to do with religion?
It's against the law, but I think it's barbaric.
Okay, well, you have your opinion.
So the government is a shithole.
If you're living in that country and you know that's the law and you're willing to do that, should you not be willing to, take the punishment after?
So you agree with the death penalty?
I don't agree with the death penalty, no.
Because there is a woman in prison right now. She's not dead
How
now,
long has
but,
she been in prison
but
for?
she's been in prison for 8
8
years.
years. She hasn't been.
She's trying to get the
I'm
fight.
asking you,
She's having one more appeal.
So she hasn't been given the
She's
death
been
penalty.
given one more appeal. She fails. She's going to be hanged or
She hasn't
executed.
been given the death penalty.
It's going to happen.
She's getting it.
It's going to happen. They're going through the legal process. The other thing is, over the last, I think, Pakistan started becoming more Islamic in the 1980s. They started introducing Sharia.
Should it not be?
I'm not saying whether it should be, but as a minority,
It's a Muslim country, brother. It should be
as a minority, as a minority, it's very dangerous for certain people like Christians and Hindus in Pakistan.
Have you been on the ground?
Hold on, let me say something.
Where have you been in the
Hold on,
ground?
hold on. No, but it's like me saying to you, you can't talk about Palestine because you've never been in Palestine.
Really, I can't.
Well, you can.
I can talk about what I see online.
No, but I know. So I'm talking about what I've heard.
You have to go on the
Hold
ground.
on. All right. So let me explain something. In the last 15 years, 65 people have been murdered for blasphemy.
How many years?
In the last 15 years.
Okay.
65 people have been
many
murdered
is
for
that,
blasphemy, not through the courts, but by public hanging.
Okay.
So when somebody makes
How
a
many
claim,
people have, you said we can't talk about India today.
well, we'll talk about it next time because I'm going to divert.
So I can't say how many people have been killed in his country, but you can say.
But we had a criteria what we're going to talk about, yeah? So what I'm trying to say to you is that as a country, not the land, as a government,
You're talking about the government only.
the government, yes, the government is the main thing. It's how countries
It's
run.
not the main thing.
But it's how the country is run.
If you know South Asian countries, you know the people are what will run that country. If it came down to it, everyone's got weapons and they can overthrow the government. You know that for a fact.
Yeah, but all right, so let me explain something. There are 3 countries in the third world at the moment. You have North Korea. Why is North Korea in the third world?
Didn't he shake Donald Trump's hand?
Hold on, why is North Korea in the third world? No, but why do I classify North Korea in the third world?
You tell me, it's your opinion.
Because North Korea is one of the most depraved countries, and it's a communist state where you can't do anything, and people are being persecuted for their political beliefs. Then you have Saudi Arabia, is in the third world as well. And the reason why they're in the third world, because they have the worst human rights in the whole world. They are committing every day 1 execution every day. Yeah. So, and the third country that went into the third world 4 weeks ago when Imran Khan went in was Pakistan. The reason being because Imran. Let me explain something about Imran Khan. He done a video 3 years ago saying that he was going to be more moderate. He said he's going to have more minorities in his government. He said to relax the blasphemy laws. Yeah. Hold on. He's going to relax the blasphemy laws. What he's doing now, he's going into the country and he's strengthening the blasphemy laws, which is going to see. You think it's good?
What's bad about thinking that's good? What's bad about
because it's going to affect the minorities.
Is it affecting you in this country?
No, it doesn't matter because I can empathise with people over
Do they
there.
have a right to leave the country if they want to? Yes, they do.
Oh, so you believe suppressing them with blasphemy laws and they should
So
leave?
what are we stopping them from doing? Just saying anything derogatory about the prophet or anything like that. So what's bad about it?
But do you believe that people should be killed for that though?
I didn't say that.
Because that's the punishment.
I said that people should be punished.
No, but the punishment is death.
Well, I don't agree with that.
So we agree on something.
But that is the maximum sentence. You can get a lesser sentence. What you're saying, you're paying it in one way and saying
It
that...
doesn't matter. The point
Can I finish? You're paying it in one way that anyone that gets caught blasphemy in Pakistan is going to go and get a death sentence. That's not how it is. It depends on the severity, what you've done, right? And also the circumstance and everything about it. Like your mental health could play a big part in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the problem we have now is
They let a lot of people off.
you have to understand the reason why blasphemy is so important is that Imran Khan not only wants to hold on, but look what Imran Khan hold on, but you need to let me talk. Imran Khan, the reason why I'm so hard against Imran Khan is because he went into government saying one thing and now he's backtracked and he's a very hardline guy. So what he wants to do, he wants to go to the UN, the United Nations, where you talk about you go to United Nations to talk about poverty, economics, about world peace. Hold on, but I need to say it because people might not heard it. But Imran Khan wants to go to the United Nations and talk about drawings of Muhammad. And he wants the Muslim world to strengthen blasphemy laws. Yeah.
Okay, that's a valid point for you in your eyes, thinking that, it's going to affect you worldwide, right? But how many panel members are going to vote on this, I want to know. And how many of them are Muslim countries? So even if all the Muslim countries voted, it's still not going to get passed. It will take Western countries to vote too, in line with the Imran Khan for this to pass. So why are you worried about
He's not putting a UN resolution through that.
He's not going to go through.
No, he's not even doing a resolution. He's giving a speech, not about a resolution. And then when he says to say, let's say Afghanistan, he gives a speech and says, we need to strengthen blasphemy laws. It's not the UN that's going to do it. It's going to be the country that's going to do it. It's not a UN resolution he's doing. He's giving a speech about blasphemy. Now you have 30 or so countries around the world here that already have very strict blasphemy laws. He wants to strengthen those, and unfortunately people that are Christians, Buddhists, atheists, Sikhs and everybody will be affected in those countries negatively, not you. Alright, so let's talk about Pakistan. Let me say the positives of Pakistan. Pakistan is now the most important Muslim country in the world for a number of reasons. It's the only superpower which has nuclear weapons. Within thinking, economically it's getting quite strong. And the thing is, so you have the majority of Muslims here are from Pakistan now. If you look at the biggest landmass, you're talking about there's 200 million Muslims. Oh yeah, second. So what Pakistan says now can have resonate here throughout the whole world. Yeah, but what I'm saying, Pakistan is a nuclear power that can go in. Has Imran Khan
big up to my country for being a nuclear power.
Yeah. So pick them up as well. Well done. Yeah, I'm going to say that. But what I'm trying to say to you is that you're talking about like Imran Khan, like he's not going to make any effect when he's talking about his speech.
The only thing so far that you brought up here is one thing, blasphemy laws. That's it, guys.
That's massive, though.
Do you have any other problem in my country?
That's massive.
Do you have any other problem?
That's a massive problem, though.
So is that the only problem?
Because you have Christians in prison.
Is that the only reason?
That's the main reason.
Is that the only reason?
All right, so let's go into the other reason. I'll say something else. Pakistan is a failed state as well.
How?
Because it has not had a stable government since its inception.
How old are you?
Because in the last 70 years since the inception, in 1947, I'll be honest, 1947, you've had 4 military dictatorships.
This country do like, I don't know.
What I'm trying to say to you is that you've had 4 military dictatorships. That says something about the country's stability. Yeah? Out of 70 years, 35
have we still got a government at the moment?
35 years. But I'm trying to give you another reason why Pakistan is a failed state. Yeah? Because the point is, it hasn't got a stable government. There's a lot of corruption in there. On top of that, this is why Imran Khan is actually being controlled by the Islamists. This is why he's bringing. It's not what I think.
Let me address that point here. Before Imran Khan, he's never had a stable government, right? Because he always has people like Nawaz Sharif, Benazir Bhutto, all these other PMLN and PPP, right? And they're just taking their money from the people. There's no like welfare state set up for the people. There's nothing set up for the people at the moment, right? What Raj is saying is that Imran Khan is going against like doing the same kind of thing, but he's not. He's the first person that the public actually voted and wanted in, right?
I didn't say that. You're straw money.
Okay, you could address it after I stop speaking. And then right now, what Imran Khan is trying to do is trying to set up like an NHS system, the same way we have over here in the UK. He's trying to set up like more schools, more hospitals, yeah, more stuff for the elderly. He's already had a cancer hospital open for how many years now? Which treats the patients for free, where people couldn't afford it, right? So, if anything, he's moving in the right direction. It's a step forward for Pakistan at the moment. And if you've got anything to say against that.
All right. So I'm going to give props to Imran Khan for doing things for the country, like improving the National Health Service, the economy, and trying to push forwards in that way. But there's no point pushing forwards that way and then going backward steps when it comes to the religious zealotry of that country. It's becoming more Islamic, yeah, and it's going to be a detriment to the minorities. I'm telling you that in that country, the blasphemy laws are being used, yeah, as a way to get people to shut up or to persecute them. There have been 65 murders since 1990. And the reason they were murdered is because somebody said that person said something about Muhammad with no proof. The whole village comes out, kills him. They don't even go to trial. The only one that's gone to trial at the moment is Asicia Bibi, and she was put into prison because somebody said she said something about Muhammad. So she's been in prison for 8 years. She's got 3 kids. She's on a death sentence. She's having her last hearing, an appeal in June, I think, the next month. Next month, and if it fails, she will be hanged for blasphemy. Yeah. Do you think that's acceptable? Yeah.
So what he's coming back to again is the blasphemy law again. When I asked him, is that the only point you got? And he keeps referring back to the blasphemy law. Let's put that to the side now.
No, that's the main reason though.
Can I speak, bro?
Yeah.
Imran Khan is the first Pakistani president, prime minister that has offered a peaceful hand to India and said that let's start negotiations. And they threw it back in our face and said we're not doing that, right? So he's progressive. You guys are being like, regressive. So tell me, are you going to keep talking about blasphemy law?
No, because that's the whole reason.
Okay, in the war on terror in Iraq here, over 2 million civilians have been killed, and he's talking about 60-something people.
No, but you're not looking at the wider ramp.
How do Muslims get treated in India?
No.
I don't know how Muslims get treated.
You know what it is, yeah? say he don't want to do that.
I'm not talking to nobody apart from him. I'm only talking to him.
He doesn't want to do that.
Seen every day Muslims by eating beef.
Hold on, I'm not talking to nobody apart from Big Ards. I'm only talking to Big Ards. I'm only talking about Big Ards. So if you're going to start talking, I'm going to end the conversation. So we will talk about that next week here. All right, so we got a topic here. India's a shithole as well. I don't support India either. So I don't classify myself as Indian. I don't classify myself as Indian. So all right. So let me say something here. Let me say something. I'm Punjabi. Hold on. So let me say something. You don't understand here. When your prime minister or president, the first thing they do, because blasphemy is the main reason. Yeah, it's a massive reason though.
But you keep saying it's one of the main reasons. You don't have other reasons.
I told you it's a failed state as well.
But it's not. I proved you it's not.
No, it's been under military dictatorship for 35 years of its 70 years inception. Well, it's around 30 years.
Listen, every time it went to a military dictatorship, after that, we had an election, and a democratically elected government was put into place. Every single time. So
no, you had periods of that he had 8 years.
Yeah, so what? Yeah. He had 8 years, he stabilized the country, and then we had a democratically elected government put into place.
Yes.
So how can something be a failed state when we're having democratically elected people put into place?
All right.
And,
I'm not saying
they're actually completing their terms and coming out.
All right. Over the last few years, that's why I never called it a shithole until recently, because the main reason is blasphemy. For me, blasphemy. Hold on. For you as a Muslim, it means nothing. No, I won't change my words. For you, I can say what I want. I can say what I want. But I've explained to you that it's not the land.
The government.
Of course it's the government. When I call America shit, I'm not calling the people shit, am I? So when I say LA's a shithole, go to LA, it's the most beautiful place in the world.
I ain't got a problem with that.
Yeah, LA's the most beautiful place in the world, but it's a shithole.
I ain't got a problem with nothing.
So all I'm saying is that for Muslims who are watching this, you need to understand that your Prime Minister, Imran Khan, might be doing amazing things in other areas, but when he's going back on one of the fundamental rights of people, which is being able to speak, it's a problem. You have people persecuted in Pakistan that are going to be on death sentences, people are going to be lynched and murdered, and also because he's going to the UN, which is a worldwide stage, when he has a worldwide stage and he's going to be speaking about blasphemy, saying people can't draw cartoons, people can't do that, you're going to influence some of these countries to become more hardline than they are already, which is a problem for me.
Okay, so you keep talking about blasphemy laws and people getting lynched and mobbed, right? I'm not going to say that doesn't happen, but it happens around the world in a lot of countries, right? I'll give you my personal experiences. From where I'm from, in my country, in my village, we have a lot of Hindu minorities living near our village. We have a lot of Christian minorities living near our village, right? None of them have ever been lynched or mobbed that I have ever seen in my life or heard of, or any tales passed down from generation to generation. If anything, we live in harmony. There's certain tasks that we can't do as Muslims and they like doing, as in hunting certain animals, and they go do that and we will pay them for that. You know what I mean? In Pakistan, everyone lives in harmony. We coexist, right? We know there's minorities in our country and we coexist with them. The laws that we pass through our government, it has nothing to do with the Western world. We are a sovereign state, right? We get to determine our own fate. None of you people can tell us how to determine our own fate, right? Simple as.
I can condemn them.
You can condemn it as much as
and
you
I
want,
can say it's a shithole.
Yeah, you can talk about the government. But
and I said that.
About the people.
But I'm not going to keep on saying the Pakistani government is, because I don't say that about any other country.
Today once on COE, so everyone knows what you're talking about.
Everybody, when I say America's a shithole, I'm not talking about the American people or the land. It's a beautiful country. I'm trying to give you an example of one of the most affluent countries in the world. When you go to LA, LA is beautiful. But it's a shithole, because of the infrastructure. Yeah, so I'm not talking about.
But next week I'm gonna debate you on your bits, and all the stuff you come out with, I'm gonna come out with their stuff.
I don't like India anyway, so it doesn't
matter. I'm not gonna talk about India.
I'll be condemning him with him.
I'm gonna stick just to Punjab.
I will talk about Punjab.
Just Indian Punjab.
I may not be the best person, but I'll try.
No, because that's where you're from, right? You got to represent it. So I'm gonna bring up next week. I'll bring up all the atrocities that have happened in his bit of Punjab in India, and all the kind of drug misuses that are happening and everything, and what kind of regressive state that has become. And
I enjoy it.
You can back that.
Maybe I could talk about your side of Punjab. we could have a little face
Bro,
off.
you could
Punjab has been cut in half. What people need to understand,
in the
Punjab was...
Pakistani side of the Punjab, there's 200 million people living there. How many in your side of the Punjab?
I think there's probably around 50 million.
How productive is your state compared to our state?
It's the breadbasket of India.
We're a bigger breadbasket.
No, it's a breadbasket, and we make up 1% of the population, like 15% of the army.
So
we're on the border. This is why Pakistan can't invade India.
What you're saying is you're fools.
You can't invade India because of the Sikhs on the border.
Can I address it? So
I'm just saying.
We're saying you're fools, that you're fighting for someone that don't even want to give you your own sovereign nation or your own,
I'm not pro-Indian,
or your own
though.
rights even to determine
I'm not
what you do in
pro-Indian.
Punjab.
I hate
That's the people
India.
you're fighting for.
I hate India.
You know that, right? That's the people
I do not like
but
India.
that fact that you keep bringing up, we're 1% of the population and 15% of the army, what I'm saying is them...
Dude, we don't want the Pakistanis coming into Punjab.
We're not doing that.
Mad.
Why are we coming to Punjab?
I'm just saying, they're on the border, yeah?
Pakistan is pro-Khalistan.
When there's a war, yeah,
You know that, right?
but the reason you're pro...
Pakistan
Let me
is
explain why they're
pro-Khalistan, so I don't know
pro-Khalistan
what you're
before anyone starts saying Pakistan is a pro-Khalistan.
Khalistan is what these
Hold
are
on, let me
as a
explain.
homeland.
Let me explain. We used to be in the same area 80 years ago, yeah, called Punjab, yeah. It used to be called Punjab, yeah. It was split in half, a bit like, sorry. It's split in half, yeah. And so half's in Pakistan now and half's in India. The Sikhs are on the Indian side with some Hindus, and the majority of Pakistani Muslims are on the Pakistan side. The reason why they want Punjab out is because it's very important in terms of trying to invade into India. If you take out Punjab,
do you know what caste I am?
I know you're Jimma.
Do you think if all the Jats and that from my country wanted to do you think they couldn't?
All I'm saying is, no, you couldn't. Because you
Mad,
tried.
bruv. You got Jats.
Should we talk about the two wars then? Shall we talk about the
You
two
know
wars?
when we had them wars? When we were like just, you know when you were like a puppy and you're like 6 months old and you're ready to fight, but you can't fuck with the older dog. That's how it is. India's a massive state, you know. Every time we had them wars, we was in our infancy, right? Right now, in this day and age, brother, we are technically superior.
Do you believe in Ghazwa Talind?
You know the skies, yeah? When it comes
Do
to
you
the
believe in
skies,
Ghazwa Talind?
Pakistan will rule the skies over
Did you hear that? Hold on. We're going to talk about
Know
this.
this, right?
Do you believe in
We
Ghazwa
rule the skies,
Talind?
and that's how wars are won. The wars are won through the
Let me
skies.
explain what
We
Ghazwa
rule the skies.
Talind is, yeah? Ghazwa Talind is a prophecy from Muhammad saying that India will be 100% Muslim and that they will be conquered. So this guy believes in that, and you're never getting into India conquering it 100%.
We're not talking about India.
You only need one man like me
No,
down
why are
there.
you talking about India? Talk about
But
Pakistan.
I'm just saying that there's a prophecy. The reason
Alright,
why
can I make
India...
one more statement,
Why
yeah?
don't we talk about Kashmir?
I've got one more statement to make, yeah?
Why
In
don't we talk about Kashmir?
2007,
What the Indian
a
army
law
is
was
doing.
passed in
about
Pakistan
Ghazwa
for the
Talind
Sikh community to be allowed to come to Pakistan and renew their vows in their heritage and their traditional ways that they do it, and the existing Sikhs in our country to do that as well. So they could come from Canada, America, London to Pakistan, get a visa, renew their vows, marriage vows in Pakistan, and they'll get a certificate, binding that shows that it's real.
I've never said that.
These are the kind of privileges that are given to minorities, and he keeps talking about we don't give minorities.
Yeah, all right. They are treating the Sikhs
Come on,
relatively
brother.
well, but you have the Christians and the
11
Hindus
years that's
that are persecuted maliciously, mercilessly.
Name them.
Well, go over to the Christians that
He
are here and
named,
ask
he
about
named something like
Pakistan.
60-something cases in the last 15, 20 years.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but brother, do you know how many, the population of Pakistan is like 250 million. So 65 people in the last 15
But those are the
years
only recorded
does not,
ones.
brother, no, everything's recorded, brother. Everything's in the media these days, you know what I mean? So yeah, so that many people in that many years.
But do you think it's normal?
Does that act like it's a problem?
Hold on, but do you think it's normal?
Or does that look like that's just a case here and there? You
All
know,
right, but do you
some
think,
people
let me
got
ask you
too
a question. Do you think it's normal that if someone said X, Y, Z against Prophet Muhammad, that they should be killed? Because 65 people have been killed for
it's
that.
not normal.
I know, so 65 is too much.
Are you hearing what I'm saying? Are you hearing what I'm saying?
happens,
If they want to do that, Raj, they need to get the hell out of the country and go to a country that allows them to do it. No, but there's a reason for that. Look, if you want to carry on doing what you're doing, right, and practice free speech, what you're saying, truthfully, come to a place like Speaker's Corner and do it, innit? Don't come to a Muslim country where they have blasphemy laws and practice that there, does it? Does that make sense to you?
But can you not see how that can be abused?
I have seen...
Same me and you, hold on, let me give you a
I have
hypothetical.
understood what you said, and I think
Let me
it's
give you a
problem.
hypothetical.
But what I'm saying is then people should go out of the country.
Alright, let me give you a
and go somewhere
hypothetical.
else
Can I give you a hypothetical, yeah? Can I give you a hypothetical? Imagine, yeah, me and you are in Pakistan, in Punjab now, in the Pakistan side. We're by ourselves, we don't like each other. You then accuse me of blasphemy. There's no other
Are you
witness.
Muslim as well?
I'm not Muslim, I'll be Sikh. You did accuse
you be
me,
a Sikh in
hold on,
Pakistan?
you accuse me maliciously of blasphemy, but there is no way for me to prove that I didn't say it. There's only two of us. Do you know under that particular law, yeah, people would still be fined, prosecuted? Yeah, there's been loads of cases, CCPB. Not obviously by a Christian.
Thank you.
So I don't just think about Sikhs. This is the problem. I think about humanity, and if humanity is being affected.
I've already said to you, it's 20 years, yeah, 250 million population. Come on, in 20 years, these are random cases, very isolated cases.
We'll talk about that.
These cases can happen anywhere in the world. People are getting killed everywhere in the world. People are getting stabbed and that. So I don't know what he's talking about.
He thinks he's going to conquer India.
So yeah, like I said, Pakistan gives a lot of rights to minorities. The minorities fight in our air force, they fight in our military, they fight in our navy. They're teachers, they are police officers. You know, they're very good members of the community. So I don't know what he's talking about. He keeps talking nonsense. He's got no other point to make apart from that blasphemy law he keeps talking about. So yeah, that's about it.
That's why you want Punjab out the way. Because we're your biggest nightmare.
Big up COE, you get me?
They want it to be Khalistan.
I'm gonna have to start throwing some ad hominems in here now, bro. Look, the pigeon can't handle the heat now. He's turning around, you get me? Hassan, what's up with your boy? Tell him. Boy, you can't handle the heat. Look, even his boy spotting me, saying, what, go on. Look, he's doing good all over there.
Oh, so big odds. We'll do next week another one. We'll do like a chapter.
You want to say your last piece and then I'll say my last piece?
I want to hear your last piece.
No.
You go first. Alright, so big up Betty as well, because Betty's the one that's trying to do. Look, yeah, I don't have nothing against landmass, people. I do critique governments, and if I say X, Y, Z, London's a shithole, I'm not talking about London in terms of its beauty. You can see it's beautiful. I'm talking about the infrastructure and whether it's running properly. And I still stand by the claim that I say Pakistan is a shithole country and a third world country because of the government. And Imran Khan, and Saudi Arabia and North Korea.
As I said before, you get me, Raj came with that same old thing about blasphemy, What I had to say about that was, look, every country has their own rights to determine what laws are passed and how they are practiced, right? So, as I said before, if you want to practice your rights of freedom of speech and slander anything to do with the Prophet or Islam, come to a country, seek asylum status, refugee status, and say that my life is at risk the way he's saying, and come and, get immigration status here and slander the Prophet as much as you want. But I'll let you know that you can't do that in Muslim countries, simple as. And there's no way that I'm going to say, no, that's a bad thing. It's a very good thing. You shouldn't be able to slander my Prophet in a Muslim country. When you're in Western countries, you have different laws and we will abide by them to the fullest, right? When I came across you, I verbally assaulted you because you believe in freedom of speech last time. Today I came.
I enjoyed it though.
Today I've come, I spoke to you very nicely, you get me?
He's a good guy, man.
End of the day, Pakistan has given minorities a lot of rights, as I've said earlier in the thing. I don't want to go over them again, right? The governments, yes, governments are corrupt all around the world. Governments do make mistakes and everything like that, but on the ground, we're talking about on the ground, the people are very nice, hospitable, we live in harmony, we love each other. The Pakistani Sikhs, they die for the country. The Christian Pakistanis, they die for the country. The Hindu Pakistanis, they die for the country. The stuff he's talking about, the isolated cases, he only talked about a very small number between 20 years.
Right, can I get you on a live?
Big up COE, you get me? Subscribe, like and share, brother, know this.
Can you come onto our live show then? I'll get video vids.
Yeah, I'll come on.
So this week I'm going to get video vids if you're listening, because he's Pakistani as well, and he's the one that told me about it. Maybe he can explain it in more depth than me.
So next week I'm gonna do Raj on the Indian side of Punjab, and I'm gonna let him know about all the misgivings.
I agree. There's a lot of problems down there. There's a lot of problems. Anyway, are we going to fist bump or what are we going to do?
I'll give you a fist bump.
Anyway, it's all over, man. That's it. All right, that's good. It's out of the way now.
Men in action.
All right, thanks.
But so today I showed him a second move.
Exactly 30 minutes, Ards.
You know when I came here, he was getting this man only had one move.
Exactly.
The anger and like bullying. I said, let me show you the second move today. Debate. You get me?
This is what you call. That's why I'm playing chess.
That's what we like.
I like stuff like that though. I like the fact that I said 30 minutes and it stopped exactly at 30 minutes. I had no clock. What's that? Are you live?
I'm just gonna go.
You're a bit quiet today.
Yeah.
What's going on? Is there some kind of little plan against me? There's a Jedi, that bully. He's going to take my chessboard again. You know what he did? He grabbed my leg here and he took me like a rag doll. Imagine if I'd done it to him. And look what it says here. Have you filmed that?
Come out of the way, let me see.
Where's my thingy?
Come out of the way, let me see them, blood.
Oh yeah, it says no to Sharia, blasphemy laws, and bullying. Obviously we know who the bully is. At Speakers Corner UK.
He said there's only one bully.
No, there's more, but he's the pinnacle of bullies. He's like the creme de la creme.
Don't say nothing about him. He came down today and he was very civil with us.
I don't care. You're mad just for one day.
Oh, bro, don't mention that.
You're mad.
Never get.
Have you seen what I got on me today?
Daniels and being the
Look what I got. Look what I got though.
You didn't mind, though, you didn't mind.
I watched this. Betty was a bit. She's still irritated. Very irritated.
Well, you know, I'm not being honest with you, like, I bet she's a bit annoying, that's why I
No, she's alright, man.
like, high mind talk about
So I've got my
average mind talk about events, and low mind talk about
alright, so I've got my little what is it called? Let's try and get it to work.
Maybe next time when you come on, we can
Huh?
yeah, I don't know.
We're gonna have a rave.
I don't think I'm talking about that.
Can Muslims dance? I don't know.
Like, artism for you.
That's not, I don't want to do anything haram here.
at the cameras live stream.
Yeah, so. It's rave. It's rave.
So that's how you dance.
No, I can't dance. You want to see old man dance? Yeah. I've got like no legs.
You've got 440 people watching.
Hey, you're mad. You're mad. I'm gonna boom down your throat.
Yesterday, man, after yesterday.
This is like a jihadi weapon. As soon as I do it, they all start moving. Saeed, Ali Diva's little prostitute. Ali Diva's little lapdog. Isn't it fun listening to music? You got a dwelling prick.
Man, it's not very loud, man. You need to get
I know, I need to get like a break. No, I purposely chose that because I'll get in trouble otherwise.
It's cheap.
No, it's actually cheap. Oh no, we need to do the main one though.
The English kid over that little speaker, man.
What about this?
But you need to get your mask on, man.
ain't no bullshit, because you mad. You can't actually hear it. You can hear it here. Did I do what? Alright, cool. What's happening here now? Is he trying to hassle you? Dude. Yeah, we already got a good one already. Already got it. Have you not heard it? Manny's got it. Yeah, it's like Kabuttar Run. We play it on our thingy anyway. I'll show you. Oh, it's turned on again.
You want to give a talk to COE about?
Not today. I do actually.
He's already spoken loads. Like loads. We'll get onto a live stream though. I can get big odds onto the live stream now because we've got this out of the way. And we'll speak about. That's starting today. Yeah, we might change to pigeon and crack. I don't want to be the star of the show. So I'll go around Hassan's. I'm scared he's going to beat me up though.
Oh yeah.
That's the only problem.
When will you be launching tonight?
Yeah, we should do it around 8 or 9.
Is that on Money Simmons' channel?
No, it'll be on our other channel called Roasting
the new
Savages. Yeah, Roasting Savages. Yeah, we'll invite you, man. We'll try and get yourself on as well. Yeah, but this channel is just about having a good laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, just having a bit of a good laugh. We'll talk about some serious topics. We don't want a snooze fest like Manny Cinders.
Yeah. I know.
It's used in the old people's homes to kill people.
Euthanasia, innit?
Euthanasia.
Save the tablet, just read, watch the stream.
It is boring until we turn up. But your ones are becoming the best one. He's quite funny, isn't he? He's killing it. He's like surpassing me.
No.
Oh, what's Betty said now?
Oh.
That's nice. Look, she's saying, she said I've done her proud. She's got conflicting things because she likes inflicting eyelashes and stuff like that. And obviously he's a big guy. He's a little horny little thing.
Yeah, I know. I've heard when you talk about president.
She's like a man in like, I hope it depends on say that she's a man. She gets a bit sensitive sometimes.
I do say very
those two-seat guys are like,
very
you know what? Yeah, well, the thing is that with her, she has, promise she has got a chip on her shoulder because I think she's treated badly. If you hear how people abuse her, you would be quite sensitive. Who?
Those Sikh.
Yeah, because they're kind of like scouting me out. Sikhs don't like me either. Well, no, I've got, trust me, I've got a lot of support, but there's a lot of people that don't like the way I'm conducting myself. But the thing is, they haven't been through what I've been through, so they
And
can't.
I've seen it, and it's absolutely.
No, I'm not just talking about here, I'm talking about generally.
Oh, right.
Like over my life, when my relative was groomed.
Yeah, I know, I heard about that. And then I heard that Sikh guy saying that she liked it.
Yeah, so unless you experience something firsthand, and a lot of people keep on saying, I mean, you're mixed race, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
So your parent, your mum was.
My mum's white and my dad's black.
All right. So do you have any kind of let's say problems about
I'm just going to say
identifying?
this, black people, I do find that they do have kind of an issue with me being trans, or a lot of black people, and I don't know whether that's to do with
You should
their,
have
like,
spoke about that.
I know.
I was going to ask you that, but I didn't want to get you in a
I
problem.
think next Sunday I think I will talk about that because I think that is an issue. Black people are very, like I have that, like my black side of the family not as accepting as my white side. Although my dad is, the rest of my black family think that it's absolutely horrid and they don't support you.
This is why I wanted you to maybe talk to.
And my white family, on the other hand, they've grown up in this like Western kind of society and such, and they're very supportive and they do anything they
But
can
this is the problem with Speaker's Corner. It's the hypocrisy here is on
I
another
know,
level.
and I think I hate Jedi. Jedi is so abusive. I thought he was going to and I saw about the chest.
How you grab my leg like a
I know, I
ragdoll?
saw that too.
I was
But the
embarrassed.
thing is what I know, if Jedi did, if someone did that to Jedi, I just want
mad.
Jedi would go absolutely apeshit.
I bet he's the type of guy that would have bullied you at school.
Yeah, Jedi.
And he's the type of guy that would have bullied
And
me
the
at
thing is,
school.
I actually want to find Jedi's opinion on trans people too, because Jedi claims that died the new generation. But what if there are black people that
Well,
are trans?
this is why I'm calling him out. You know, obviously I'm very high functioning, but I'm on the
Yeah.
But when I was a little kid, Mo, you kill it, man. What is wrong? You need your own show.
I just got a question. Are you Sophia Films?
No, this is Sophia
I'm not
Lewis.
Sophia Lewis.
You're smooth, man. He's smooth. I've never heard a man do the whole. I've never heard a man do the. Oh, you're gonna burn in hell, but let's go for a date. Like,
Is this live?
that's like new. Oh, that one's like. Oh, we was talking.
This is live streaming.
Whoa, right, let's talking.
Oh no, it was nothing bad.
Is that live streaming?
Yes, live stream.
Oh no, I thought it was a private conversation.
We were talking about Jedi.
Let me see. Let me just text thingy bills.
Big up Khabib. Yesterday the fight was big.
What did he say?
Oh yeah, Khabib mashed up McGregor. Big up Khabib. Who watched that fight? That fight was sick.
I've got enough as it is. I don't need any more.
Yeah, I know.
Anyone put money on Khabib?
When I did see stuff about I am like most people like I
Basically,
when I'm
I love the beat. I don't know what is going on, but basically, yeah.
and also they talk about gender
I'm praying for like better days, you know, inshallah.
If someone blatantly
I pray to Allah, you know, Allah.
I do think that maybe,
Maybe
they shouldn't, maybe they shouldn't be allowed to women's toilets.
Just pray, bro.
This whole idea
I keep praying.
My stance is this:
Pray to Allah.
if you've had the surgery, then I think you should be allowed.
and I agree with that. I feel like
Because as you know, I mean, the thing is, that obviously you was a young boy, so I'm not taking a shit on toes, but when you hit a certain age,
Make dua for me,
still
innit?
got your
Make dua for me,
pieces,
inshallah.
you can be kind of, you can do some damage. But if it's gone,
1 second, yeah.
then what can you really do?
Exactly. So I agree with that. And I'm not like most parents where I think that, we should be allowed to go in anywhere we want.
What are they listening?
Yeah, there's bare people online. Big up all
I
the
didn't even know it was live streaming.
Hey, listen, come here,
Censor it,
No, I'm not
censor it.
Okay. All I wanted to say is this, yeah. I stand with the oppressed.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Have you made up now, you
Sorry.
two?
No,
Sorry,
I
Mo.
made up with him. I made up. With him.
Can you do your posh voice first?
Can't help it.
What do you want me to talk about, Raj?
Oh, you know, as soon as he does it, yeah, I have to talk to you like you're like royalty or something.
No. But, hey, what's going on, Ali G? Good, yeah? My brother. Basically, What's going on, Maggie?
What's going, bro?
My brother.
Good, easy.
Yes.
Cool, bro. Yes, Raj.
Basically, I got this drink.
Am I not getting a fist bump?
But it's not
I'm
alcohol.
being ostracized.
You might
It's
not
cola.
want it, you know what I'm saying?
It's halal. It's halal. Yeah, it's from Waitrose. So basically, obviously, alcohol is haram. That's why McGregor lost, because he tried to promote his alcohol.
Against who?
Against Khabib.
I don't know.
Khabib was all humble, and then Khabib smashed up McGregor. Because
He smashed him good as well, bro.
Did
He smashed him good, bro. We're not messing around, bro.
Why are you dressed up today then, the suit? Did you know she was coming down?
He got mad.
No, I didn't.
See, God works in mysterious ways.
Woman, they were taking the punches.
I want you to just say your a message to the people out there.
Whoa! She's not your pet.
I'm not listening.
You don't listen to the messages.
All I want to say, I want to talk Chinese.
He's a bit like me. He can say the most.
Konnichiwa. All right, basically,
Say the same thing and they'll get the head kicked.
I want to be a nice person. I'm going to train to be a nice person. I'm going to have good manners. I'm never going to be rude to anyone again.
Nah, that's not. Don't do that.
No, come on.
Nothing wrong with being rude. Just say you gut a dotted prick all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. It's about being compassionate and not being vindictive. You can be fun and stuff. It's fine.
I want to have good manners. So anyone who does bad to me, I will try and forgive them or just turn away from them.
Like Hassan.
Yeah, even Hassan. If he's been bad to me, I'm going to leave him.
Can we do it now?
Yeah, if he says anything.
He said he's going to make up with you.
No, yeah, I will. But anything.
Oh, you can put your money where your mouth is now.
Yeah, I will.
So do it.
I did. I
Hassan,
told him.
come
I
in.
told him already.
Oh, you told him already? Oh,
I told him that. So
let me ask you a question. When you went crazy earlier, was it because you wanted to press her?
someone, no.
Was it because you was doing the I'm an alpha male shit in front of her?
No, someone tricked me and said Hassan done this to me, but he wasn't doing it to
The
me.
Sasquatch.
Someone tricked me.
Sasquatch.
Someone tried to make fitna.
Sasquatch, the big guy.
Yeah.
They call him Sasquatch.
Yeah. So he tried to.
Or the Yeti.
Yeah, but so basically, but I didn't know that, so I'm cool with him. I'm cool with this guy. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that obviously I will take you on holiday if you want.
Hey, you're leaving her alone, fam.
Okay.
Leave my sister alone, fam.
Okay, cool.
Now he's going to jump on the live stream. She's going to be on a he's going to be jumping.
Where would you like to go? Egypt, Morocco, teletext holidays?
I don't think she wants to go anywhere where Sharia is in place. Let's get the Sharia out.
No, there's teletext holidays. Or Expedia, teletext holidays. We can go. I'll take you.
Teletext still on, bro?
Yeah, but they charge you more. When you phone them up, you get offer £200 for a hotel and a flat. You phone them up, they say it's 400. Teletext is a bit. But Expedia's alright. E-booking, whatever. I don't know, but there's some good. You can get hotel with a flight, bread and breakfast, half board for £200 for 7 days.
You can't be giving out numbers, you know. Man.
What numbers? Oh, someone's giving my number.
You know what, yeah? He's going to do a master class in how to chat up girls. It's like, yeah. I want to take you for dinner, but you're going to hell. That's the new chat line. Did it work?
No.
It didn't work. It didn't work, your chat line, when you were saying, you're going to burn in hell. You're going to burn in hell, but let's go for a date.
No personal information.
That doesn't work. You need to tweak it a bit.
Okay, sorry, Sophia. Just want to say that, no, it's alright. Basically, listen, what I'm trying to say, yeah.
He's persistent, man. Now I know, yeah, how some guys are so rabid, non-stop.
What I'm trying to say, yeah, is that Alhamdulillah, that's what Khabib said, Alhamdulillah. McGregor was talking rubbish, but Khabib said Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. And then Allah made him victorious. La ilaha illallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa Muhammad. And Raj, I know.
I'm paying that bullshit, Jizzy, you're mad. I'm not paying that bullshit, Jizzy.
Listen, all I want to say, yeah, is all the good people out there, like this gentleman here, I like you because you look like a nice person. All the lovely people out there.
Why him? Because he's white.
Yeah.
The only white man you chose. It's him then. No.
I'm great as well.
No. He's been standing there for like 3 hours. I've got nothing.
Okay, no. I'm cool.
White privilege in play.
I'm cool with the whole world. There's peace, unity, and love. That's our sign. Love, peace, and unity. Anyone who tries to... So basically, all I wanted to say today is that anyone who's got bad intentions and bad vibrations, I don't want your energy. Your energy, you can keep it to yourself. I want to surround myself with good energy. with good vibes. Because you know, if someone's got bad vibes and he comes close to you, he can give that to you. You know that?
Yeah, of course. Like the lurgies.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the lurgies.
It's madness. So what's going on here? What? Yeah, okay.
What are they saying then? Is his chat line working on this? Are they saying more done?
They're onto you.
Oh yeah, come on you gutter dwelling turds. Say your pieces. I'm paying that bullshit jizya, you're mad. Still here.
Is that your catchphrase now, Rod?
I got birdseed actually, yeah. And this is a little gift here from Omar, that little rat boy. I'll give him some cheese next week, but he gave me some pigeon seed. Feed it to the bird.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it. Pigeon. Right, where's the birds?
I'm here. Don't chuck it at me. Oh, no, that's gonna be chopped. That's gonna be chopped.
He knows how to call them pigeons, though, don't he?
Yeah. That's gonna be a meme now. That's gonna be a
You're
meme.
on the chicken shop.
Hey,
You're on the chicken shop.
Not on my turban, you're mad.
I'm joking, right. I'm joking.
But only Modine could do that. So anyone watching that, and they're gonna come up to me like Jedi, grabbing my leg and pushing it like a rag doll.
Now we'll go
Why is Modine allowed to? Because he like transvestite.
I like him.
No. Who said that? Hey, listen. Basically, all I want to say is that big up everyone who's talking about peace, unity, and love. Peace. Big up everyone who's promoting unity. Big up everyone who's promoting love.
But why did you want to shag Steve last week?
Who's that? Oh,
Steve Davies. Why did you want to sodomize him last week? What happened?
No, Steve, I tried to apologize to Steve. I brought a present, I gave it to James though, because Steve wasn't here. Because James is the atheist representative.
Was it condoms?
No. No, but no, it was wrong. It was wrong, like, to be rude to him.
It was funny though, it was funny.
But you know, Steve, he's just a bit of a troll, man. Like,
One of my favourite videos.
Crazy Betty.
I didn't know you had so many talents in your voice.
No one for that.
But basically, the most important thing.
Yeah, I think he is.
The most important thing.
He's too.
It's just like Khabib. Just like Khabib always did, was put his finger up one.
Don't be giving out numbers anymore, though. It's crazy.
Well, she's still putting numbers up.
So I said, made a comment and I said, don't give out numbers, though.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the reaction about the Pakistan versus the Pakistan Mujahideen against Raj? Was it 50-50 or did I win? Big odds.
No, everyone liked that conversation.
Yeah, we'll carry on.
Khabib, yeah, he always used to put his finger like this to say there's one God. That's why God made him victorious against McGregor. Remember this. Why did McGregor lose and Khabib win?
Last time he was here.
Because he had God on his side.
Last time he was here, he was wearing a mask.
McGregor,
Everyone knew it was him.
he had an alcohol bottle, but it's not alcohol, by the way. But he was
Come back with the live
big
stream
up
camera.
COE, real bad man, real shooter.
Get to talk to Ali Dawa. I did, please, man.
Yeah, Ali Dawa, you need to make. You and Ali
What's your
Dawa.
views on Ali Dawa? I'm going to go film him
Ali
now.
Diba.
I'm not going to talk about Ali.
But you should ask him, like,
Hey,
just
Raj,
answer.
the way you said it, like she had some what's the word I'm looking for? Explosive.
Yeah, but yeah, she has. You know, let me just say something. They wrote a little thesis about how it's
Always
okay to have sex with kids as long as it doesn't. If it goes against the laws of the countries, then you can't. So there's something on his website saying that it's okay to have sex with kids.
What Callum was talking about.
Yeah, the one that Callum was talking about. How could you talk to a man like that?
Let's go find out. Sorry, bro. Soon come.
Oh, Sapir.
He's calling me something I feel.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, man, you dirty tranny. Dirty tranny, man. No, I bet. Oh, look at me. Look at you, man. What you got in your pants? I'm like, look at me. What, you a man or a woman, or are you in between? Dirty, man. You're dirty.
I'm going to come back. I swear.
This guy, man.
I'm going to come back. Hype team. Big hype team.
I'm sure in the book of Numbers, God says that God is not a man, that he shall lie. Something along those lines. So the difference that we have between us, they believe in Jesus, God. Yeah? Because the whole topic of you don't believe he was a prophet. We believe he was a prophet. They don't believe Prophet Muhammad is a prophet. Yeah, isn't it? Exactly. So let's talk about what we agree on rather than what we disagree on. So yeah, so that's what we're saying, and that's what we do. That God is not retired. He's the all-knowing,
concept of Jesus, God dying on the cross. Me and you reject that, right? Okay, yeah. So I want to ask you another question. Like, for example, I'm intrigued. I'm asking this question. I'm intrigued. How does it work for you guys? Like, for example, me personally, I got married about 2 years ago. Yeah? How does the marriage process work? Like, for us, it's very strict. So, for example, we can't go on dates. Yeah. So it does work. Like me, I want to get to know someone. I have to go through the father. How does it work? Because I watched the documentary on this. But how does it work? It is complicated. Obviously, there are certain unknown circumstances. There should be socialized with anyone who's not your relative. I find that, yes, because we're on the same page.
But obviously, you have to.
Yeah, we have for the marriage.
You're not expected to marry strangers. And therefore, in the dating process, there are certain things which would normally be committed under the circumstances, and certain things which remain forbidden. So normally, you will not be allowed to start get pleasure for looking at the But if you're looking to get married, you go on a date, you are supposed to look up, because you've got to make sure you're comfortable. But she has to remain properly dressed, you can't see when she's not covered, you can't touch her. So there are certain things which become permitted when you're genuinely looking to get married, so the example when it comes to touch her, it's very interesting, at the beginning of the wedding ceremony, the groom places the veil on the wife, on the bride, because he has to make sure that she's the right one. She's got the veil on her face, so he makes sure that she's the right one. But that has to be very careful how they say that they're not because at that point they're not married. So what if it's an accident, that's another issue. You try not to touch it. And as they're on their way out of the ceremony, they come out with so even when they're engaged, you will actually about to begin the wedding ceremony. So in the dating process, there are certain leniencies, but there's boundaries. So there is a marriage contract. It's actually written, signed by the groom before the ceremony. It's witnesses will go to the ceremony. Obviously, have to make sure they don't like the groom will understand everything. And then during the ceremony, the groom then hands it over to the bride. And that states obviously various terms and conditions. The contract doesn't affect the marriage. The marriage is affected with when the groom is writing the marriage. It can be anything about it. We call it kedusha. So he says to her in Behaviour, you'll be married to me with this ring, in accordance with the laws of Israel, and she takes it from you, she acquires the ring, and the witnesses have to watch that process. They catch it. It's quite interesting. Said by you? What do you see? I feel like you're talking about Islam. So that's how the marriage is affected. The marriage contract doesn't create the marriage, but it creates terms and conditions. It's a man's commitment, which is written in the contract.
I'm going to film over there.
Yeah, there are certain things.
Omar was moving to that.
And there are other things.
I'm not going to say that.
Let me see what he's looking at. The man can't even air that. Big up Shamsi. Shamsi's in the building. Let's see if my man's still moving to the transistor.
If you had a company and you was employing 20 people and you're the boss and you run that company and you can hire
What are we talking about?
and you are discriminating.
I'm talking about racism.
you don't like to say white people, is that not racism? Yeah, so black people can be racist then.
In that scenario, yes, if I had my own institution and I was the chief executive of my own institution where I can hire and fire who I'd like, then yes, in that circumstance,
so you have a bit of logic at least.
But we do not have any institutions here, do we?
So what about 10?
No, but you could run a business now. You could open up a shop.
That's a possibility.
You can open up a shop and you can hire 5 people and you could decide, I don't want to hire no white people or Chinese people. That's you being racist because you've got power. Yeah. So that you can be racist then. No, it's racism. If you are hiring people, you're not hiring people because of their race, you are being racist. And you've got power as well, because you're owning the business. You can pay their wages.
Yes, I just admitted that in that scenario, yes.
But you started backtracking and saying, oh, well, I'm not sure, it's a discrimination.
Well, it can be perceived as discriminatory as well, but in that hard way you put it, then yes, that will be considered racism.
So are you telling me around the UK, there's no business owners who are black?
What about the whole system?
No, I'm not saying that at all. There are business people.
So there are black people that might be racist.
I'm saying we have
Everybody can be racist.
That is quiet.
with no power.
Why?
Yourself.
They have all the power. That is not true. The president of America was a black man. Did he have no power?
I'm saying that we can't be racist because we're at the
Black people can be racist. White people can be racist.
But I just give you an example. If you owned a business and you 10 employees, you trying to tell me there's no black business owners in the UK?
Of course they are.
So you can't say that. You're actually putting yourself down by saying that. When my family come from Uganda, they were checked out the country by black people, by Idi Amin. So they had power and they were racist towards the Asians, but the Asians were also racist towards them.
Yes.
Yeah, they did that. I admit that Asians behave badly.
Yes, I've heard you admit that.
Yeah, I've admitted that because I think it's a disgrace. They never used to communicate with no one.
And that was one of the reasons why they were expelled.
Yeah, so I'm not going to. I don't agree with them expelling them. But they had power to expel them through racial because they were not the same race. So that is a form of racism, is it not? Power and race.
Yes,
to Indians.
Yes. Uganda. Yes.
Can I ask you a question? You're saying black people can't be racist. I'm from Arab background. If you came to me and said all Arabs are fucking stupid, they're shit, is that not you being racist? As a black man, you saying that since you're saying black people can't be racist.
Yeah, I'm maintaining that, yes.
So if you go around and say all Arabs and you just start using dirty terms to describe them, all Arabs, any other race for that matter, does that not make you racist as well? Not particularly. If I was, why?
Because even Arabs have a higher status than us in the society.
No, we're the victims. On the news, listen, every news flash is about Arabs and Muslims.
Let's not go about victims.
Hang on, the only people I can compare myself with as the bottom of society is the Pakistanis. That's it. Pakistanis and Muslims. That's it. But if you're talking about the Gulf state guys up there, they're of a higher status than me. Right? So if I called them names, I wouldn't be hurting them at all. They're going to be still richer than me.
Alright, let me ask you a question.
Everyone can be
They're going to be still looked after by society more than me. They're never going to be stopped in search like me. They're never going to be stopped in search like me. But the Pakistanis will be. Okay? So
we're not talking about stop and search right now.
No, you're comparing me with Arabs.
We're talking, I'm not comparing you with Arabs. You see, this is on recording. I didn't do that. I said, if you said all Arabs are and use dirty terms, you're saying that doesn't particularly make you racist. Now, if this gentleman over here was to say the exact same thing that came out of your mouth, you would be the first person to jump, I assume, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but say that
he has a higher status. His colour alone gives him a higher status
now
than
you're
me.
using
even if he's from abroad, he would have a higher status here
you're discriminating
than I have.
right now.
Even though I'm born and raised here. Say if he's on JSA, hold on, say if he's on benefits, hold on, he's on benefits, but you're running a business. Is he still higher than you?
In that
No.
case,
Say if he's got no money and you have wealth, is he higher or lower than you? Or does your colour is so prominent that it will make you lower even though you own more?
I had more money than him, yes.
Yes, so there is racism, obviously,
yes.
but not to...
Even if I had wealth over him, he was still, in some cases, dealing with certain institutions, he would have more power over me. Criminal justice, for example.
What institutions? He's telling you he's going job centre, bro.
Huh? No, other institutions other than job centre, like the courts.
The courts,
right? If altercations happen between me and him now,
so how does that make
I'm
him
the business
higher
owner, he's on JSA. who's the court, the magistrates more likely to believe? His testimony or mine?
Why are you assuming?
There you go, that's just one example.
Yeah, so they're not looking at your race, they're looking at your status.
No, it is about race though. It doesn't matter about our wealth.
It's not.
And racism is about power as well.
We have
So black
laws,
people
we
can't
have
be
laws.
racist.
Black people can be racist if you have
Certain
power.
scenarios that you've outlined.
But you're trying to say that.
Coming back, I need to adjust the brightness on the camera over there, 5. Darkness will come.
Done. Rapid.
This is I put on in the morning. Not on Sabbath passages, but on weekdays. You have two boxes containing scripture passages. With these boxes, one you tie to your arm. It's just one you place on your side. And this symbolises how your actions.
Only got 10 minutes
your
on it.
hand symbolises your actions. So your actions are bound by what's written in these boxes, by the command of God. Yeah, the standard text, they're different passages. That's not mine. So anyway, the one on the head shows how you're minding all your thoughts. So you're attaching your actions and your thoughts to the service of God. Yes, God service.
My brothers and sisters, hope you guys are ready, inshallah. The reason I stopped him, a lot of the time in the park, we come here and we tend to look for other people. Different people's differences. Yes. And we come, what's different about us? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, come to common terms with the people in the book. So now, the thing is now, it wasn't much dawah, but it was more about getting to know and understanding where they're coming from, because it would be ignorant of me to talk about their religion, which I don't really know much in detail about it. So it was interesting. We talked about the oneness of God, and I was actually, I found it really profound. Because they're from Jewish friends, and they have said that they have tried to justify the issue of God being tired, but he said he rejected that notion, and that's close to Tawheed. That's very, very important that we discovered that. And about marriage, we talked about what you need to do when you're getting married. It's very common factors. So I think this video was interesting, was different. A lot of people that watch this, might think it's a debate. No, it's not a debate. It's actually a nice discussion. I learned a lot from Abraham, which is also named Abraham. So it was quite interesting, and I thank him for his time. And hope you guys are benefited as well and learn a bit about Judaism. Right. That's not mine, but I don't know. No problem. I'll take it. No.
I'm the CEO of COE.
No, I was going to say that. This is the CEO of COE. So I want to big up Brother Leon. He's someone that's dear to my heart. We travelled and did missions once upon a time. We had, who's getting in trouble for that?
Everyone was on me.
One day,
fam. To go look for Tommy.
Nah, fam. You say, no, because you said if Tommy asked me to come, you would have gone as well, yeah? So that's real talk there. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I think this is the only channel that's not biased. I don't believe. Everybody has a bit of an agenda, come on, yeah. But in totality, he's not someone that's two-faced. He's someone that comes here, records content, and puts it out there. And that's why his channel goes with his ethos. Content over everything. That's what it's about. He doesn't take on this guy's side or this guy's side. But from my heart, inshallah, he accepts Islam one day. He's a good man. He's got a clean heart. Yeah?
Respect.
Take care. Peace out. Yeah, hijab is. David Wood.
What's that? What, you going to America?
No, forget that.
This one just ran out. You get me? Again, the next one next week, we'll be able to charge the phone like 7 times, you get me? What you say, the big generator. The generator. Yeah.
Actually, Lord, I'm not
شانئك هو الأبتر. Your enemy will be cut off. Rush got chased by non-Muslims. Son got chased by non-Muslims. The enemies of Muhammad always will be cut off. Where is his great enemies? They're gone. Islam is spreading. Muhammad salam. In Britain, the most famous name is Muhammad's name. Salam. The most beloved person is Muhammad salam. You see Muslims dressing like him, imitating him. Having a beard like him. They love him so much. Who's gonna imitate Rush? Or Tan Majnoon? Or the Inna Shani'aka who will abtar. Your enemy will be cut off. Who is Abu Jahl? Where is Abu Lahab? Where is the Romans and the Persians? Where is other than them those who wage a war against Prophet Muhammad sallallahu? They've been cut off. And where is Islam? The fastest growing religion in the West, Islam. We're not forcing no one with a spoon or a fork or a sword. We're not even using spoon, let alone use a sword. People accepted Islam, and most of them are women. They say Islam oppress women, and majority accept are women, and they're not crackhead. No, they're women well educated. They studied about Islam 5 years, then they accept Islam because they knew that freedom and liberation is in Islam. Islam teaches you to respect yourself. Islam teaches you that you are equal with a man in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, sometimes a man is more, sometimes a woman is more. Your mother is higher than your father because Islam came with justice. That's why there's a huge war against Islam, because Islam teaches you don't be a worshipper of your masters or of your desires. Be worshipper of the Creator. Because logically speaking, the one who knows what is good for us in details and what is bad for us in details is the Creator. Likewise, the one who knows what is good for the car in details and what is bad for the car in details, the one who made it. It's a logical argument. You don't go to the butcher and you tell him, explain to me how this car has been made. Except he has to go ask the one who made it. But as we follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's teaching. We submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why we want people to become Muslim, because we love good for them. And I know there are some Muslims here, especially in some speakers corner, are crazy, lunatic, foolish ones. But alhamdulillah, they only say we're not representing Islam. Fighting, shouting, chasing people away. No, don't do that. No, please, you embrace Islam, and that's why the kuffar, the enemies, not the kuffar, some kuffar are good. The enemies of Islam wants to see Muslims acting like animals. No, teach your Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was stoned by his own people. He left them, and he made dua and said, "Oh Allah, guide them, because they don't know what they do." You said the mercy. You never hear this from Fox News or EDO. No. So Muhammad fought. Of course, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a real man. When a time of fighting, he fights. When a time of mercy is mercy. Because the foolish one, the one when a time of seriousness, he becomes joker. And the time when you chill out, he becomes serious. The wise man, the one that put everything in its proper places. That's the wise man. And the best of them is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We don't believe that if someone slap you, give him the other trick. No. If someone comes to rape my mother, I said, no, wait a minute, let me get my sisters hiding. Let me show you the love of Jesus. No, we don't believe that. No, you come to do something to my mother, you see the war. And this is alhamdulillah. So I would advise everyone, non-Muslims, to study, even the Muslims, study the biography of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and learn about Islam. Because many people are lying against Islam, many people are hearing about Islam from the non-Muslims and so on. And they say about why Shamsi always mention the good side of Islam, not the bad side. There's no bad side of Islam, that's why. You get confused. There's no bad side of Islam. Islam is good, pure good. Muslims maybe, yeah, but Islam is a different thing. Okay, inshallah, may Allah give us sincerity. May Allah make us humble. We're going to go pray. Please. Take care, man. Leon.
Jesus will come. Let me ask you guys a question. You testify in the name of Jesus and cast out demons. Muslims, Sikhs, Hindus, Jews, who does it?
And we read the scripture.
Christians do it. So when Jesus was speaking, it says, "Get away from me, you evil."
I swear I'm a main cameraman. Sometimes the main camera just gets in the way. Let me see if I can film these. Bro, I use a man I'm not really willing to talk about this.
Yeah, not the solid camera.
There's a lot to talk about.
What are you talking about? I'll do it on this one. Leave it on that.
What was that? I think he was like a neuroscientist, yeah? But he was doing a study into how men and women navigate sexuality in the internet. So like men go for porn, that some women do as well, and women go for Twilight, fan fiction. And so that was interesting. I found it really interesting. But going to the porn site, he dropped off the most searched term in porn, presumably mostly by men, is big dick. No, think about that, bro. Think about that. Think about that. So men aren't typing, big tits. No, they're typing big tit girl gets fucked by big dick. Big dick is the number one thing men want to see. Bro, there's no market for small dick porn. Men want to see big dick. Men are fucked. That's it. Cut that.
You say it's done. You're out of here. You don't want to be associated. You don't want to be associated.
It's homoerotic. I don't know if it's homosexual, but it's homo. Bro, if you're a straight man, you say, yeah, I like to watch porn. I'm gonna put you on the spot, and I'm gonna say you like to watch a bear's dick get sucked, fucked, and whatever else for half an hour. That's what you're looking at. Would you watch your friends have sex for half? No, you wouldn't. So why are you watching a stranger do it? Like, bro, trust me, that's what porn has become. It's become a worship of male penises. Now, if you're a guy who says, I only watch lesbian porn, fine, I have nothing to say to you. You're probably the straightest guy here. But bro, when the whole thing's about dicks, and no man can deny it, that's what we're talking about. And I don't think anyone can argue with that, bro. I can't argue with that. That's it, man.
So we're done.
What do you think? What do you think? Do you think it's true? Do you think porn is all about worship of men's dicks?
I don't think it's all about that. It might be some that. No. Some people.
You get the denial. The first stage is the denial.
Some people.
Yeah.
Well, you have to think
but
about
that's what you see on the screen.
Thinking about it, like,
but that's what you see on the screen mostly. You see a man getting pleasured by a woman, and you're watching the man.
So why ain't a man pleasuring a woman?
Could be, but you're the man watching the man get pleasured. Do you see what I'm saying? If a woman's watching it, yeah, she might see the woman get pleasured. But we're men, we're watching men get pleasured. We're just watching a man bust.
It might be like a role-playing game when you imagine yourself being that guy.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's wish fulfillment.
Okay.
But yeah, man, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Sard ducked as soon as the camera came.
You didn't like it. You didn't want to be associated. You didn't want to be associated with that one.
I don't blame you. I got some controversial points. Bro, what's the deal over there? Because I know it's getting kind of... I know, what you say earlier? You said it was hysteria over there.
Yeah, nice. Calm down now still.
It's definitely still hysteric to some extent.
See you now, man. I'm going to lock this one up. Fix the camera slowly, my bad. I'm trying to do something with my next camera at the same time.
Do you think you'll come on their show tonight?
I'm going to pause this one. Niggas filming legs. Marshall Mathers, who's that? What if it's the Moroccan Marshall? I'm going to make fun of you, see the camera. I chisel on this one.
No, when I... You just
soon come back, man. I'm going to lock this one up and come back.
We were talking about everything from